Before beginning any assessment, have the patient do 5 to 10 minute aerobic warm-up. Then the Canadian trunk forward flexion test. This will measure the hamstring and lower back flexibility. Make sure they remove shoes, feet flat against the box, exhale as they reach, hold for 2 seconds and don't lead with one hand and the knees not bent. And do the assessment twice. When finding the value, make sure you subtract 3 centimeters and that's the true value. We will now do the YMCA sit and reach test. Make sure the patient removes shoes, the yardsticks on the floor in front of them, tape on the 15-inch mark, and exhale when they reach. Make sure they hold for 2 seconds and don't lead with one hand and the knees aren't bent. Make sure they do it twice. When categorizing them using the values, use this chart to see where they're at. We will now do the Thomas test. The subject will have the leg to chest with the other leg straight. The straight leg must remain in contact with the floor to prove flexibility. They must do this twice with each leg, and the value for this will not be a numerical value, rather just flexible or inflexible depending on the straight leg. We will then do the chair sit and reach. This is usually done for older populations and they do not need to remove shoes. Extend one leg with ankle dorsiflex, untested foot flat on the floor, head in normal alignment, exhale and reaching, and hold for 2 seconds. If the fingers pass the big toe, it is a positive value. Before the big toe is a negative value, and touching toes is a value of 0. We'll now show you how to do a bench press 1 rep max. Start with the warm-up where the patient can do multiple reps without any assistance, and then move on to a heavier weight. Once the heavier weight is put on, make sure it's a weight the subject feels a bit of stress but can still do without no assistance. Then put the weight on that's going to be for the 1 rep max where the subject feels he only could do 1 rep. Make sure for all steps there is a spotter. For the squat 1 rep max, it will be the same thing as a bench press 1 rep max. Have the patient put a weight where he is comfortable to do multiple reps for his warm-up. Then the subject can choose a heavier weight where he feels more stress but doesn't need assistance. Then have the subject put on the weight where he thinks he could only do 1 rep and may need a spotter just in case. For both 1 rep maxes, the subject can keep going heavier until the spotter is truly needed, but for safety, it's okay to stop at this point.